Hey people, welcome back to the channel. It's Tone. Just a quick video. Something I need to address, and I should have addressed this a while ago. Something that was brought up by Playbook Gamer is the pursuit angle issue in this game. Not just this game. It's in the 09 game, which is obviously, as you know, which is my preferred game. It's also an issue in the 08 game. Unfortunately for that game, it can't be addressed, it can't be fixed. The problem is too severe. So in my opinion, if you own the 08 game, or if you're thinking about buying it, if you own it, it's a drink coaster. Just use it for drinks, and I apologize for my loud cat. He's annoying sometimes. But if you own 08, it's, in my opinion, it's just a drink coaster at this point. I mean, there's no reason to play that game. Please don't go on eBay or anywhere else to buy it. Don't download it. Don't do anything. Just leave 08 alone. But in the case of 09, there are some things we can do to address the issue. The first thing we can do is raise the CPU awareness. Now, on the human side of things, we can deal with this because we can use our players, but of course the CPU can't. So whichever angle the CPU chooses or takes, it can't be adjusted or modified. So our mission is to help the CPU out with this situation. Now keep in mind, I'm going to give you two fixes for this. You can use one or the other, or a combination of both, but also have to give you the downsides as well. That's the thing about tuning sliders. It's about give and take. You can't just boost one slider and not expect it to have an adverse effect on another slider or rating or gameplay feature. So the first thing we can do is raise awareness to 99. Now I have to let you know, this works best on Varsity and a little bit better on All-American. The problem when you switch and do this on Heisman is you see some ridiculous things done by the CPU players. I mean, some things that their reaction, not only their read and react goes through the roof, but their reaction time as far as getting to balls and making plays is just so very unrealistic. I mean. Now, if you're a very advanced player and you have to boost this up to 99 to have a competitive game, so be it. I believe JD mentioned in the comments that he plays with his CPU awareness at 99. My skill level is nowhere on that level. I've been a lifelong All-American player. So I just have a hard time understanding how somebody can play the game at this awareness level and enjoy it. But when you're skilled like that, when you got the stick skills like that, you can do it. I saw some great things playing on Heisman with 99 CPU awareness. It really helped cut down on the pursuit angle issue. But here's the thing, guys. It doesn't, how can I put this? It doesn't fix the pursuit angle issue. What it does is it helps the CPU players read and react better, so they get to your players sooner. So as a matter of fact, you're going to have a harder time getting to the edge in the first place with your CPU awareness at this level. The problem is, especially on Heisman, is you start getting that psychic ability from defensive players. And I'm going to show you guys an example of that in a minute. Your best bet using this option is on All-American or Varsity. It works great on Varsity, but unfortunately, a lot of you guys, even with my Varsity slider set, which is to me still my most difficult set, check out the USC Washington State video that I posted. You don't have to watch the whole video and watch me get plastered. Just go to the end of that video and try those sliders out. I'm telling you, those sliders are not easy, at least for me. If somebody comes back and tells me those sliders are easy, I'm just trash. I'll admit it, no problem. But raising CPU awareness up to 99 as it is in that set works really great for the CPU. It works great on All-American as well, but you still will kind of see some psychic stuff. You know, defenders making move towards balls when they shouldn't, getting that ridiculous boost of speed. But I think my highly skilled advanced Heisman players, guys that are not already playing with their CPU awareness very high on Heisman, you might have a chance with boosting up your awareness to 99 CPU awareness on All-American. Now, I also mentioned that in my very first slider video, my All-American slider video, that should be an option for my Heisman guys. So you guys should have been trying this out a long time ago. That video is going on 3 weeks old. So give that a try if you're a Heisman player, if the pursuit angle issue bothers you. Now, it doesn't really bother me that much, and possibly I would assume it won't bother the majority of you, but I'm here to help everybody. So the pursuit angle issue, which it's not nearly as bad as the 08 game, but I do admit it is an issue. But I also have the argument that it happens in real life. Check out the Houston-Cleveland game from this past weekend. That crazy run that Nick Chubb ran, and he ran out of bounds to keep Deshaun Watson from getting the ball back. The whole backside of Houston defense assumed that the guys on the play side or the front side of the play were going to make the tackle, and they just lollygagged in a straight line towards Chubb, and the guy just bursted down the sideline. Don't even get me started on the college level. I mentioned in the comments on my last Dynasty video, that Maryland, that number 5, that stud wide receiver they have at Maryland, Jared, I think his name is. Man, he torched Penn State for 2 long yak touchdowns, and they misjudged his speed twice. So I see this on a professional and a collegiate level. So this is happening, guys. Bad angles happen. This is football. But if it bothers you, I'm Mr. to fix it. I'm here to fix the game as much as I possibly can. That's why I started the channel. So I'm here to help everybody. We all have different play styles. We all have different wants and needs out of the game. So, as I said, the CPU awareness fix works better on Varsity and All-American. On Heisman, you start seeing real crazy stuff, and I'm about to show you how crazy it gets right now. Hold on tight. Okay, people, this is a play now game between Northwestern and Syracuse. It was a rematch of my Dynasty game. I wanted to check some things out on the Heisman difficulty, 99 CPU awareness. Let's focus on number 50. He's in man coverage, mind you, on a wide receiver. Mel is a linebacker, number 50. Let's focus on him. Did y'all see that just now? Did y'all see that? He's in man coverage. Now, I do like the reaction to the route. He didn't mirror the route too much on Heisman at 99 awareness. But watch what my man does when the ball is strong. He's in man coverage. Watch what he does. Now, of course, he's looking at the receiver and he can see the ball. My man folds space and time to jump backwards after running full speed with the wide receiver. He defies gravity. This dude is studying physics at the University of Syracuse. He put on a Mandalorian jetpack and jumped backwards to intercept his pass. This is the kind of crap you're going to see on Heisman 99 CPU awareness. Now you have to ask yourself, is that something you want to accept? Not me. Oh no, I'm not accepting this. Give me some bad angles every now and then. Even though the game is still competitive, even though I'm still losing, or maybe I'm still winning, give me something that happens in football in real life over this mess right here. Y'all can have this, brother. Y'all can keep this. This is unacceptable. This is the kind of stuff you're going to see on Heisman. Now, keep in mind, on Varsity and All-American, you most likely, I say most likely because I haven't seen it in all of my time testing. That's why there's no video footage of it. Usually, if I don't record anything, everything is working good. I just come to y'all with the sets and we keep it moving. But when you see something like this, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on. How is this acceptable? I'm serious. The player should not be penalized for making a great read. Now, let me take that back. This guy is going to intercept the ball anyway. And look what he's doing. Boop! Look at that. Look, woo! That's 99 Heisman CPU 99. That's what y'all going to get. If you don't want to see the pursuit angles, accept this if you can. What's that Mission Impossible thing? This is your mission. Should you accept? That's your mission, people. Look, wow. Whoop. That's the kind of stuff that made me quit playing the PS3, Xbox 360 games. Seeing garbage like this. That's what made me quit playing those games, because it was, and we couldn't fix it because the stupid sliders were broken in patches. Why y'all think I'm playing these games? Because there were no patches to destroy the game. Now, the game has issues, and I'm going to make another video detailing all the things you can do to make this game play as well as possible. That's going to come later on my next set of off days. But if you want to fix the pursuit angle issues, you have to accept the good and the bad, and there's a lot of bad at 99 Heisman CPU. There's a lot of bad. Now, let's get into the other fix, which is the tackle slider. Stay tuned. All right, people, let's deal with the tackle slider. Now, another way you can address this issue is with the tackle slider. Now, keep in mind, the tackle slider not only affects tackling. I explained in my very first slider video. Go back and watch that one. I know it's like 30 minutes long, but you're going to get a lot of information out of that video. And it's going to give you the basis or the basics on how to start tuning these things. Now, the tackle slider not only addresses tackling ability of the defense, but it also affects pursuit angles and hit power. So tackling ability, pursuit angles, and hit power. Awareness has an effect on pursuit angles, but awareness is mainly read and react. And as you saw previously on Heisman, the read and react is just it's otherworldly. I mean, you know, some of these guys after the game, they're gonna shake hands with the other players, and they're just gonna turn into some type of alien or something. Those dudes don't know if they're gonna get their breath taken out of their body or abducted. You can't do stuff like that. You can't run full speed and jump backwards. Anyway, let's move on. That's why I did my Heisman set, people. And it's a reason why I have awareness down to 0. Now, I understand I'm an All-American player, and that's not going to work for my hardcore Heisman guys. I get it. But there's drawbacks. There's give and take with this, folks. Give and take. Now, you want to fix this with the tackle slider? Keep in mind, my philosophy is what? For the most part, you want to keep your running back ability at 99. If you lower it, you want to scale a tackle slider accordingly. So normally I would do something like this on All-American. I would have my running back ability at 99, and I would have my tackle slider at 50. Why? Because I'm trying to do a few things. I'm trying to cut down on the hard hits that cause a lot of fumbles in this game, especially when momentum is going crazy. I'm trying to cut down on turnovers. When you keep that tackle slider and running back ability slider close together, you're going to fumble. You and the CPU are going to fumble too much. It's a reason why I do what I do, folks. So, if you want to address this pursuit angle issue, you got to bust that tackle slider all the way up. And if you're a Heisman guy, you got to do the same thing on Heisman, because the problem persists on all difficulty levels, from Varsity up to Heisman. So guess what you got to deal with? You got to deal with a bunch of hard hits. You got to deal with elusive running backs who are not too elusive. You got to deal with big, strong running backs who don't break as many tackles as they should. That's what you're going to have to deal with on Heisman. Now, on the lower difficulties, it's not as bad on Varsity, especially on Varsity. On my Varsity set, if you check, you know, you can get away with keeping a tackle slider lower or higher. It's not as severe, but everything is worse on Heisman as far as ill effects. That's what y'all gotta understand. The ill effects on a Heisman difficulty, everything is just pronounced to a ridiculous degree. I proved that in the last segment. So, if you want to see similar things to what you saw in that previous video, jack your tackle slider all the way up to 99, and you can even keep your running back ability at 99, and watch what you see. Too many hard hits, too many of those WWE hits, too many hard tackles, but the pursuit angle situation is better. It's a lot better when you do that. But on Heisman, at that point, is the game fun at that point? Would you rather deal with a few times the pursuit angles are bad, or deal with the kind of stuff I showed you in the last video? So, is there a fix? I even hate to say there's a fix for this, but to me, there's too many drawbacks. If you are All-American player or you're willing to try my varsity set, you're better off trying that. But unfortunately, some of you guys are at that high tier skill level that I'm not at, and I readily admit that. I'm skilled at tuning the game. I'm not the best at playing the game. So that's where we are, guys. Those are the two fixes: awareness and tackling. You got to jack that sucker up all the way to 99. Now, there's a compromise with the tackling slider. If you don't, this is the best fix, 99 and 99 running back ability. But if you want to do something like this, 60 and 60, you can. But keep that running back ability slider and that tackle slider on Heisman or All-American. Keep it even to get the best pursuit angles for your defense. Keep it even. Keep it even. 60-60, 75-75. But once you start going down, it starts to scale down because your tackle slider scales down. Once you get in this area, you're going to have poor tackling, whether the running back ability is at the same amount, which is 15, or at 99. The tackling is still going to be poor. That's the way the tackling slider scales. So those are your fixes, guys. Those are your fixes. Awareness, CPU awareness, and tackle slider jacked all the way up. But I explained the drawbacks to those quote-unquote fixes. I wish I had a better term because it's almost like putting lipstick on a pig. You know, it really is. And I decided, after showing some early promise on Heisman, I started looking at stuff. And even Playbook Gamer, he tried the 99 awareness out, and he saw something really crazy, where safety made a play on a hitch flat read of the low corner. Corner stayed low, so the hitch was wide. When I tell you this guy was wide open in the corner of the end zone, I believe the ball was on like on a 10 or 12 yard line, if I'm not mistaken. The safety, I don't know if y'all saw that movie Dune or read the book like I have. Them dudes are taking some Spice Melange or something and just folding space and getting over to the ball. It's just not fun. The game's not fun at that point. So my advice to you guys is to accept the pursuit angle situation. If the game is still competitive, let's focus on that. But I'm here to address issues, and that's your half fix. I'm sorry I can't come up with anything better, but your pursuit is tied into your tackle slider, and you want to help that out with read and react, and that's tied into your awareness slider. But to reap the fruit, you gotta get stuck with some thorns, and that's where we at. I'll take the bad pursuit angles every now and then, especially if my games are still competitive and I'm having fun. So, but it's your choice, guys. I just want to present solutions to as many problems as I can. I wish I could have done a better job with this, but if it bothers you to the point to where you can't do either or, you're gonna have to go back to 06 or a previous game. And I've seen it in 06. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna link a video to a Miles Dawkins video where I saw a safety take a horrible angle, and it was his player, and he didn't take control of that player, and that safety should have made that tackle, but he misjudged the speed of the receiver. So, of course, it's not as bad in 06 as it is in 09. 08 can't be fixed, so don't even worry about it. Don't ask me about it. I tried 08 for like an hour, and that's a wrap. I'm done with it. So, sorry this video was so long. I hope you watched to the end. But that's where we are, guys. Just to recap, if you want to fix your pursuit angle situations, you want to adjust your awareness to 99. It works better, as I said, on All-American and Varsity. But of course, on Varsity, you have to make a lot of different adjustments, which I've already done for you. Check out the Varsity slider set. I'm going to link that video as well. And for the guy that asked, here's my All-American set that I'm using in Dynasty at the moment. And before I leave you guys, I want to say this one thing. When you're testing your sliders, use Play Now as just a base area to test. The real test comes in Dynasty because in my observations, the CPU quarterback and the CPU running back and the CPU offense in general plays much better. Just watch my 2 Dynasty games. The first game was on my Varsity set. The second game was on this All-American set. And when I tell you the CPU offense is putting in work, don't judge this game based on what you're seeing in play now. Don't do it. I made that mistake too. Don't do it, people. I'm telling you, do not do it. You want to use these sliders. You want to make your ultimate decision in Dynasty. So here we are for the human. That's my Dynasty All-American set. CPU, same thing. And don't be afraid of that completion percentage. I might knock it down for me, but for the CPU, you want to keep it at 60 or even higher, because you're going to notice the CPU still makes bad throws and overthrows, just as the human does, but the CPU plays lights out. He gets rid of the ball quicker. He moves around in the pocket. He evades. I'm telling you, just trust me what I'm telling you. And my defense is set up this way. I'm sorry. Here's my defense. Now, first I thought the CPU tackle slider and my tackle slider was too low. But like I said, the CPU offense plays much better. The running back is a lot more effective. Look at my last game, that Duke running back. He had like 9 broken tackles. The guy had almost 200 yards rushing. We gave up 200 in the first game and almost 200 in the second game. Y'all want to tell me the CPU ain't operating? The quarterbacks played pretty good too, and they were average quarterbacks. They had like average accuracy and average awareness. The better the quarterback, the better the game's going to play. But don't judge it based on play now. So that's my defense right there. CPU, human. That's my special teams right there. Very similar to the base set I had in my very first slider video, but what I noticed was the CPU plays better. I noticed that in my first game on my Heisman set. I'm like, man, this Syracuse gave me I played bad, but that was a challenging game. That Varsity set right now is the hardest set I've created. So try that out. I don't care what level you play at. Give that a shot. Okay, guys, this video has been way too long, but I think what I've had to say is very important. So please watch, like, comment, subscribe. More stuff is coming on the pipe. Let's keep playing, guys. Don't give up on the game. Let's keep playing. And a later video, I'm going to explain how to make NCAA 09 as playable as possible. Now, there's a few things you need to do. Actually, one other thing you need to do other than sliders. Most of you probably wouldn't be willing to do it, but for the few that are, I'm going to explain what you need to do. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.